Friday Night Showcase. Sponsored by WSN Live. Live streaming made easy.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, so the playoff picture must be worth 1,000 highlights.
Very true,
alongside Ansley Brent, I'm Jeff Hager, and we're starting to get the picture here on the News 25 Friday Night Showcase.
Tons of big games in Week 9, but none bigger than Gaucher hosting East Central in what could turn out to be the difference in a first-round home playoff game.
That's right, both teams destined for the postseason, but more than likely, loser of this one has to hit the road in a few weeks. Gators hosting the Hornets 6-1 versus 6-1. Gaucher looking to end a 3-game losing streak to East Central and stay perfect in Region 4 Class 5A. We pick it up second quarter, East Central leading 14-7, but not for long. Ole Miss baseball commit Caden Irving, bubble screen to A.J. Phillips, and number 10 does the rest. Touchdown Gaucher. Phillips back from injury, and he's back like he never left. Ties the game at 14-all. Irving coming off an 8-touchdown game last week. More of the same this week for the former News 25 Student Athlete of the Week. Ball back to the Hornets, and there's nothing doing on this drive. Xavier High busting through the gap. Ensuing possession, Irving can do this too. Pulls it down and takes off down the home sideline for a nice gain. Could have been a late hit, but they're letting him play. Now this is the second time the Gators have run this play in the second quarter alone, and this time River Felts is all over it. No sir, but they have more plays in the playbook for a reason. Irving flips it out to Emmett High on the pitch from Gaucher High, and that's enough for a first down. How about a longer first down? Gaucher looking deep this time, and it's Irving going up top for Dylan Alfred. Great football name, reminds me of Dylan Texas from Friday Night Lights. What a catch by the sophomore, mossing the defender down inside the 5. And once again, Gators, well, once they get down there, not much the other team can do. Irving calls his own number, and he picks up on the first ring. Touchdown Gaucher, makes it 21-14. Yet another one of the many trips to the end zone in this game. Next drive for EC, 4th and short. Risky play call, but the Hornets playing keep away from Irving, and it works as Ben Myrick takes it wide down the visitor sideline. And that's the way the half would come to an end. It's a shootout in the swamp, and this Gaucher team can really play. It's for real, scoring the final 21 points of the game en route to a 56-35 triumph over the Hornets as the Gators stay perfect in district play. During the dog days of News 25's 25 teams in 25 days, we mentioned the Biloxi football program coming up just short of going to the playoffs 3 years in a row for the first time in program history.
But that doesn't mean the Indians can't go to the playoffs 3 times in the last 4 years.
Cheers to that. Big Red on the road at Pascagoula. Panthers still looking for their first district win on senior night. Indians looking for their 4th, which doesn't guarantee anything as far as the playoffs go, but they would be right on the doorstep. First quarter at Biloxi, punting after going 3 and out, and coaches are yelling, Peter, get out of the way, but it hits a Pascagoula player. Mississippi State baseball commit Keelan Parnell smart enough to pick it up and go. Great field position for the Panthers, and they would take advantage. Hey, Keelan. Going right back to the former News 25 Student Athlete of the Week, 6 yards for Parnell on the first play of the drive. Later, Isaiah Ben giving a seminar on grown man runs, politely telling the other team to get off him. Nice gain by the senior, keeping the drive moving right along. Gula coming up clutch, though, converting 2 4th downs to get the ball inside the 5. This is the second one of those. Ben has clearly never skipped leg day in his life, but even if he did, he could still score this one. Walks into the end zone like he's casually 15 minutes late to the party. Touchdown home team, makes it 7-0. Panthers strike first. Ball back to the Indians, and here's something that works. Usually get the ball to your Bernard Blackwell All-Star Game selections. Demarion Fillmore down the visitor sideline, and then Zach Marlin hooking up with the Vanderbilt commit Duran Parrish. Strong move here, and he almost breaks free, but the drive would end in a punt, playing the field position game. Low scoring game from the flagship city. Biloxi with the huge road win, 15-14 for Big Red, improving to 4-1 in district play. Can't say this enough. Huge win for Biloxi.
More 6A highlights back to the west. Gulfport rolling out the welcome mat for D'Iberville as our Admirals look to keep pace with Ocean Springs atop Region 4. First quarter, Warrior defense starting off strong as they stopped the Admirals and forced them to punt on the first drive of the game. But the Admirals special teams took it personal and took matters into their own hands. The snap was low, but the kick is up, and D'Iberville's Landon Shannon loses the ball, fumble on the play, and recovered by Gulfport's Daquan Payton. This gives the Admirals great field position. which means QB Jacob Plaza hands it off to running back Gavin Brown as he brings Gulfport closer to that end zone. And that gives the Admirals energy they greatly needed as Plaza takes a snap, looks down the field, and locates wide receiver Cameron Joseph right in front of the end zone, making an incredible catch. Touchdown Admirals. The Admirals are up 7-0 with 7 minutes left in the first quarter, and they definitely have something to cheer about later on. Gulfport ends up defeating the D'Iberville Warriors with a final score of 33-14.
Region 8 Class 4A title on the line between Pass Christian and visiting Stone. Winner stays unbeaten in district and wraps up the #1 seed heading into the final week of the regular season. We pick it up second quarter. Stone leading 24-0. Pass Christian looks to patch up some early bleeding by getting things going on offense, and they decide to do that through the air, starting with an early slant to Terry Patton Jr. to get the rhythm going. The rhythm soon falls flat as the Pirates fail to pick up another first down, nearly throwing an interception in the process. Stone's Andrew Bradford slams his fist, wishing he could try that again. Stone ends up going 3 and out following the punt, but the offense continues to fall flat as Pass Christian is held to a 3 and out of their own. Now let's play a game called Count the Missed Tackles.
Okay,
I like
let's
that
go.
game. Yeah, Jasmine Collins catches the punt and breaks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tackles before being brought down by the 8th. Looking like he rubbed some melted butter before the game, the way he slips off the defenders. Highlights by Rick Gogrief. After the run, Stone gets the ball moving on the ground with a nice run up the gut by Keena Galloway II, with the drive ending in an easy 1-yard run up the gut by Matthew Cantrell, putting them up 31-0 at halftime. And for the Pirates, seems like the offense could not get clicking as they are served the shutout, with Stone taking the victory 38-0. First district title since 1994.
Congrats. Right across the Bay Bridge, Bay High playing host to Moss Point, and both these teams could really use a win when it comes to that final playoff push. First quarter, Moss Point starts with the ball but are quickly forced to punt. However, it seems like they should have gone for it as the punt returner Tyson Hawkins slips by several Moss Point defenders and takes it all the way down, flying and soaring like a hawk, down for a field for a touchdown, giving the Bay High Tigers an early 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Moss Point gets the ball back and is looking like the running of the Bulls out there as running Tamboris Charles rumbles down the field, refusing to stop until it takes about 3 defenders using their full strength to take him down, going absolutely beast mode. The ground game continues, except this time with a 6'4", 255-pound monster, Jamarius Brown, who fights for every single inch, only taken down by the half of the defense.
That's an Ole Miss commit for you.
There you go. Unfortunately for Moss Point, that drive's excitement stops as they eventually turn it over on downs as they are stopped just short of the end zone. But don't feel too bad for Moss Point, however, because the team's offense actually eventually caught its stride and took over, beating the Bay High Tigers 43-13.
54-13.
Yeah.
All right, we got some scores. All right, this is the rest of the action on the coast. Ocean Springs, of course, still undefeated. I believe that's 18 straight regular season wins in a row. Just a wagon, 49-24 over St. Martin on the road. And then Hancock, look at this. Hawks coming alive, 14-10 win over Harrison Central.
Pretty close one. Here we have Van Cleve 44 over Pearl River Center 17. And Picayune, well, 56 over George County 7. Hey, they scored.
And
Congrats,
then
George County.
And then this on the road, but one of the biggest games of the week. Poplarville, I believe, wrapping up that Region 7 Class 4A title with a big win over defending state champion Columbia 20-18. My alma mater, St. Stanislaus, 34-14 over Perry Central, led by Chandler Chapman, reigning a News 25 Student Athlete of the Week.
And Chickasaw 24 over St. Patrick 14. And with 1A, Mount Olive 28 over Resurrection Catholic 15.
All the schools in our viewing area have been invited to take the Friday Night Showcase theme song, High School Football
Is everything.
is Everything.
Truly.
And create their own customized video for their schools.
We are happy to showcase these submissions on our show, and tonight we present the Bearcats from Long Beach High School, followed by a word from our sponsor WSN Live, and then our WXXV Play of the Day.
Yeah, we getting all fired up, getting ready for the players when they line up. Think it's time we go and get them lights up. Let them high school lights ignite us, cause we fighters, coming with a hut like this, coming with a pick six like that. Gonna be a showdown so big, think it's time for football night to impact. High school football is everything. Hey, hey, let's go. High school football is everything. Hey, hey, let's go. For the win, for the goal, for the crown, the ring. Hey, hey, let's go. High school football is everything. I can feel it coming on now. Every hit, every pass, every touchdown. trophy and the glory to the best ones. Cause we the champions, coming with a hut like this, coming with a one down like that. Think it's time for football night to impact. High school football is everything. Hey, hey, let's go. High school football is everything.
Mississippians love football, and our high schools in South Mississippi like Gulfport, Moss Point, and Ocean Springs stay connected with their students, parents, and community by live streaming events, including football through WSN Live. WSN Live provides your school with everything you need for professional and seamless live streams that are easy for students to run. And your fans can watch online from anywhere on any device. With WSN Live, your school gets the right gear, a rock-solid network, and game time tech support. Learn more at WSNLive.com.